welcome to the forest. I have a question for you. Are you a lawyer or a lover? Wow, what a question. In Luke chapter 11, verse 52, Jesus says this to the Pharisees, "Woe to you lawyers, for you have taken away the key of knowledge." Wow. Then it says, the Pharisees began to cross-examine him to see if they could catch him in anything that he might say. Have you ever had a conversation where you're trying to resolve conflict, where something has happened and you've decided, okay, we're going to talk it through and we are going to get to some kind of conclusion, but it turns into a legal battle where you actually feel like the other person is cross-examining you? Well, maybe they are. In chapter 6 of 1 Corinthians, Paul gives a pretty straight up rebuke to the Corinthian church and the Christian church. And he says, you're taking each other to court in front of unbelievers. And he says this interesting thing. Wouldn't you rather just be cheated? Wouldn't you rather just be wrong? Well, I'm going to show you a verse that's going to help us to be lovers instead of lawyers. In 1 Corinthians 8, it says this. We know that we all, verse 1, well, I'll start in the beginning. Now concerning things offered to idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffs up, but love edifies. If anyone thinks he knows anything, he knows nothing as he ought to know. But if anyone loves God, this one is known by him. Knowledge puffs up. That word puff is physio, and it means being prideful. It's like, oh my gosh, a massaged ego that's enlarged. The word puff in journalism and even in legal use means that take on the meaning of overblown or exaggerated. Here's what happens when we speak to each other like lawyers and not in love. We get deceived and we actually exaggerate the fault in the other person because we're operating in pride. It says we all have knowledge. So in a situation where there's conflict, guess what? You're both right and you're both wrong. As long as you go into that position, I have knowledge about why you did that to me. I have perfect knowledge about why this terrible thing happened. You are acting like a lawyer and you get puffed up. You're massaging your own ego and it doesn't help. So when you love, it says love edifies. That word edify means to build, restore, make strong. So love is what we need in conversation, not knowledge. If you're operating in knowledge, you're not getting anywhere, and you can end up really hurting that person. And it's love. Agape love means I laid down my right to be right. Here's what it says. When the person operates in agape love, if you choose this, you can choose it because Jesus loved us that way. It says that person's known by God. That means God knows the whole truth. He knows who's right. He knows how you both saw something and you both got tricked. And so you can trust God that he knows your situation. So what does that look like to love when there's conflict? It looks like this. Jesus, I give up my right to be right. I give up my right to operate as a lawyer right now. Instead, I want to love that person, build them up and support them. Maybe they freaked out on me because they're hurting so much. What they need is love, not correction. Okay, guys, bless you in this truth. I'm in a forest where in BC things are starting to grow. I want to be loving people to help them grow, not puffed up, massaging my own ego. Love you, bless you. See you next week. Bye. Right now, normal talking. Normal.
Can you come over that way just a
Sure,
tiny bit?
by this tree.
Just a bit more this way. Okay, perfect. Say something.
Hi, guys.